That light is the ball back there. Back there. Yeah, and the light is too much on this camera, on the YouTube. You see how bright I look.
Yeah, that's bright. It'll be good now.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Wait, let me turn on my little thing because I still got to get out of here
At a certain time,
at a certain time. You put it here. To tell people that we was on. Invite people. Okay. Can't see who's on there. Put someone's on there.
You can't hear my video?
On here, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's Brother Van's on my live, but I'm waiting for these two, which is okay. Cause I'm never here on time. So just like 15 minutes. God bless you, Brother Van. How you doing this evening? 15 minutes. So, I'm usually not this early. We know that.
You know early now.
I'm usually not on time. All right. Well, I will start out with the breakout thing. Our mental health check-in. I did update my paper. You see the flaming heart at the bottom for frustrated. So I was able to update today, guys. So this is updated. Put that there. It's updated. I don't have to worry about that. Get that off my checklist. All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, did you get your butt off my? Your butt on my? I'm trying to shit on my blanket. Don't you do that? Don't you? It's fine. You know you want to be an Eagles fan. You know you want to be.
Right.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight is a special show. We have a special guest. This guy is joining me tonight. But before we get into diving into all the juicy tea, let's do our midweek check-in. I put the midweek check-up on today early. It was kind of peaceful on the line today. So I was able to get the midweek check-in, I think at around like 1 o'clock. And that's really early for me. That's really early. So 1 o'clock, I put that I was feeling great. I was doing great. Red Hearts, I was doing great. I had a great day. Not really stressed out. Lines wasn't heavy. So I am doing great. If you're doing great this evening, give me some red emoji hearts. If you're doing great this evening, give me some red emoji hearts. This is blue. This is not purple. If you're okay, how you feeling? If you're okay, give me some blue emoji hearts. If you're feeling okay, check in with us. Give me some blue emoji hearts. Yellow, if you're feeling mine, whatever. Throw up some yellow hearts if you're feeling mine. Just whatever. If things are tough and you're struggling, give me some green emoji hearts. If things are tough and you're still struggling, give me some green emoji hearts. Please inbox me or please DM me with those hearts and those issues. Because again, I look at my DMs before, after, and during the week to see if anybody wants to just talk, just chat, or just looking. If you're looking for resources, and it doesn't matter where you're from, I'm that resource person. I can get you some resources. Just if things are struggling, if you're having a tough time, DM me. Same with if you're having a hard time and wouldn't mind if someone was to reach out to you, that would be me. I would reach out to you. DM me, doesn't matter what time that is. I look and I check for my DMs every day, and especially after the show, if nobody wants to talk about issues on a live. If you're in a really dark place, this is the emoji heart with the broken emoji heart in here. If you're in a really dark place, reach out to me. I can get you to talk to somebody quickly as possible. If you're having some harmony and balance in your life, give me some pink emoji hearts. If you're having some harmony and balance in your life, give me some pink emoji hearts. If you're feeling optimistic and uplifting, throw up some orange emoji hearts. If you're feeling optimistic and uplifting, throw up some orange emoji hearts. Y'all know this is my favorite guy. And yeah, you're laughing. If you're having a day like this, if the day was crappy, sometimes we have crappy days. Our teenagers have crappy days. Our toddlers have crappy days. Our tweenies have crappy days. Give me some brown emoji hearts. If you're having a day like this today, or if you had a day like this today, give me some brown emoji hearts. You had a day like this today?
No.
Okay. All right. Where's my girls at? My girls are not on here yet, but if you're having a cool self-restraint and some humbleness, this is a great emoji heart. If you were having cool self-restraint and some humbleness today, throw up them great emoji hearts. Or if you're having mixed feelings, you don't know what's going on, mixed feelings, you did minimum today, you really didn't want to do anything, throw up some white emoji hearts for the mixed feelings, minimum that you did today, which is okay. If you are feeling friendly and relaxing, this is a light blue emoji heart, the light blue emoji hearts. Hey, Dee. If you're feeling friendly and relaxing, throw up them light blue emoji hearts. If you're having some anger and sadness, this is the one I really like to talk about. If people are feeling really angry, sad, these are the emotions that we don't like to touch on a lot. But if you're feeling angry and sad, throw up them black emoji hearts and we can talk about it. We can get it through, because no one wants to hold in that type of negative energy. And of course, my newfound friend, he's not new anymore. It's been with us for maybe 2 months now. Frustrated, the flaming heart. Frustrated. If you're frustrated, throw up the flaming hearts. If you're frustrated, throw up the flaming hearts. And I will be working on getting more of these out. I just really haven't had the time, and my husband said it today. So if my cousin Lionel is watching, I'm busy, Lionel. I'm really busy, but I got you. I'm always happy. Don't worry about it. I'm busy. So today we're talking about, our topic is Unchained, breaking free from addictions and old patterns, with our special guest, Mr. Stephen Evans. Now, he gave me a little bio, which was crazy when he wrote it to me, but it's good. It says he was born in 1970s, and I asked him, I said, well, what was good about the 70s when you was born? Because I wasn't born in the early 70s. I was born in the late 70s. But see, he said when TV was good to watch, like Fantasy Island, The Greatest American Hero, Saturday morning cartoons, and 12 o'clock Kung Fu theater was on. And back then it was a little bit more family orientated. In the 70s, you ate dinner with your family. I mean, you did everything with your family. So that's what's good about the 70s. I still got a little twing of that here in our household. So he brings that to us. But Stephen Evans, he was a foster child. He dropped out of school in the 11th grade. He completed trade school, getting his GED and the welding certification. He has been in Philadelphia for 24 years. So he's not an originator of Philly, guys. He don't got that Philly swag or the Philly, the Philly talk. He's from Suffolk, Virginia. He has one daughter. She's around 20. She's 24, 23.
21. Up to her 21.
She's 21?
Yes.
She couldn't have been the same age as
My daughter was born at 20.
No, but we talked about, remember the girl that you said she was around her age?
Yeah, I said she was. You're right. I think the girl was 21. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
He got a beautiful daughter. She's 21.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what clicked me to him. He was a professional boxer. So that's one of my favorite sports. Football and boxing. He was a professional boxer. So he did that for a couple of years until he had his freak accident, this injury, which stopped his whole career. And then, of course, he got married in 2021 to the beautiful Kimble Evans, which is me right here.
Absolutely.
And that was during the pandemic. That we met, dated for 10 months, courted for 10 months, and then got married. And we've been here ever since.
Right.
So Mr. Evans is a special guest on my show today. He's going to be coming and we're going to be talking, asking some questions, learning about addictions, learning how you can break free from it and get yourself around from, those old patterns and things like that. I do want to say that October is, and I just found this out, although awareness is that's in each month, but October is Substance Use and Misuse Prevention Month. So October is Substance Use and Misuse Prevention Month. So this is a wonderful topic to be having on here during this month to get some awareness to it, especially for our young children or those other children that feel like they have to escape from something. Even adults feel like they have to escape from something. We all been there, right? And what did Dee Dee say? I can't see you, Dee Dee. She said, I need healing from this pain I'm in. On my way to the ER in a minute, just trying to wait it out. I ain't sitting here in the ER. Baby girl, I'm going to put you on my altar tonight and pray for you. So tell me what part of them bodies is hurting, them pains is hurting. I know you have a lot of, I don't know if you told me your diagnosis or not, but I know it was something with the muscles and stuff. Can't go through that. Oh, that tea is nice. So y'all know me, before we even get started, just want to give y'all some education. An addict is a person who is addicted to a particular substance, typically an illegal drug. They have a compulsion and an uncontrollable need for a substance or activity, which often continuing to dispute negative consequences. So once you get to this, illegal substances, illegal drug, there's a compulsion. It can't be controlled. You feel a need to have it, even though with the negative consequences. There's also drug and alcohol dependence. So it's just not the illegal drugs. Alcohol is legal. Alcohol is a legal drug. You can go to the wine and spirit store to get it. Matter of fact, they're selling it now into supermarkets. Fresh grocers, you can get some alcohol in Fresh Grocers, wine. I believe at ShopRite, you can get wine and some malt liquor beverages. So it's just not the legal drugs that you can be addicted to. It's also a legal substance, which is alcohol. And drug alcohol dependence, it can also apply to behaviors like gambling. That's an addiction. You have a shopping addiction. There's a sex addiction. And the newest one that's on the rise is internet use. There's addiction to internet use. There's addiction to people wanting to be liked and loved and popular and famous. And that's the internet use. But the American Society of Addiction Medicine categorized addiction as a treatable chronic disease. A treatable chronic disease involving complex interactions among the brain circuits. It can be genetics, it can be the environment, and it can be an individual's life experiences with people with addictions. They use the substance or engage in behaviors that become, again, compulsive and often continue despite the harmful consequences of the substance. Because you put anything in your body that doesn't belong, it's going to have negative consequences with it. So, tell us your story, Mr. Evans.
Okay.
How did you?
Okay, well, what my question?
Mm-hmm. Tell us your story.
Well, how I got addicted was, well, prior to me coming to Philadelphia, I didn't even drink, I didn't smoke cigarettes. I didn't even smoke weed. But I hate the dentist. I'm petrified of the dentist. So I was having a toothache. Even when I was with my sister, I used to. It was so bad I would put ice on it to numb it, just to stop it for a while. But that toothache, it was so excruciating. And I wouldn't go to the dentist. Every time I would go to the dentist and it's time for that needle, I would walk out because I would start sweating. I would get anxiety. Well, anyway, a friend of mine, he had cancer. He died, but he had cancer. So we would watch all the fights together. When the big fights come on, we watch the fights. So he noticed that I would be able to, watch the fight and hold him in. So he would say, "Well, what's wrong?" I said, "I got a toothache." Nah, okay. So then, after the second time, he seen me doing it again. He told me, he said, "Look, I got something for your toothache." He said, he did say they very addictive. Up to this point, I never even heard about a Percocet or Oxycontin. I didn't know what it was. But anyway, he said, "I got something for your toothache. It can knock the pain out." He said it's very addictive. So I said, "Hey man, I don't get addicted to nothing. I just need something." So he gave it to me. It knocked the pain out. So it knocked the pain out. It felt good. So I didn't notice the first time. So the second time was really a toothache. Again, can I get one of them pills? So he gave me a pill. Now this time I'm feeling something. I said, "Oh, I'm feeling kind of good." Oh man. So now I'm starting this. Even if I have a toothache, I got a toothache, can I get one of them pills? So that's how I got hooked on Percocets. And I can say that habit started around around about 2008. Up here, I've been up here about 4 years before, yeah. I can say 4 years. Anyhow, so that's how the Percocet, that's how they got started.
So for the let me just go into behaviors. You said that you got the first pill, didn't feel anything, but it's the pain away. The second time you engaged in it, it was okay. I just want to take the pain away, but I'm feeling something.
Yeah, I was feeling something. Yeah.
So this is where you get the compulsive behavior engagement, right? Related to wanting the urge for something that you think is harmful. I just got a toothache. I need this pain to be taken away. And a lot of people in society, a lot of people that were giving these Percocets were addicted to them. They got addicted to them simply from a doctor, maybe from an injury, toothaches. And so now in 2025, they're so difficult to get into, to get it. So tell me about any once you started noticing that you needed it more than just for the toothache, how did it take a toll on your mental?
Okay, well, I also wanted to say that, normally I was a very reserved, shy person. You couldn't get me to say 2 words if I didn't know you. I'm surprised I'm up here because I'm not a talker. I'm kind of very, believe it or not, kind of shy. But anyway, I noticed that, when I took the Percocets, it made me, I could talk, I'm happy and jolly. I'm talking to anybody. I'm not shy no more. So like I said, that habit started to spiral out of control. It started spiraling out of control. So now it's get to the point where at this time, from when I first started into, let's say like 2 years in, now, like I told my wife, that became my normal. Now, what I mean by my normal is that, if I didn't have a Percocet, that prior to the Percocets, which was my normal now, the Percocet, I see they make me feel up and talkative and happy. Now that was my normal. So now I needed the Percocets because now if I don't have the Percocets, now I'm like this. I don't want to be bothered. So like I said, that's how I started spreading out of control. Yeah, that's how I started getting out of control.
So at that time, you probably the guy wasn't giving them to you anymore.
No, oh yeah. And by this time, my friend had passed away. So now I'm working with these contractors because I do carpentry. So I'm working with the guys I made it for the contractors. So, in fact, the man I was working with, he sold Percocets. So, he loved me and I loved him because, by the end of the day, he don't owe me no money. I didn't got 100 Percocets from him, but anyway. So now I'm getting from the streets. So anybody got Percocets, okay, I started getting from the streets. They was never prescribed to me because I never, but yeah, I got them from the streets illegally, obtained illegally.
And any time that you was doing it, did you feel like you were in danger? How was your lifestyle?
No, actually, my lifestyle, my behavior started getting reckless. Now, what I mean by reckless is that, okay, I never did crack or whatever, but I know what it make people do is the same with Percocets. Because if I wanted it, if I had no money now, that lead to other activities. Okay, now you're stealing or breaking into abandoned houses, whatever. I can go get some money, go get some Percocets. And like I said, prior to that wasn't me. And I didn't intend for to get hooked on because I had a toothache. And like I say, yeah.
Did you ever get that tooth taken care of?
Well, to this day, I never got the tooth took care of. Yeah, I never got a tooth care of.
But you went to the dentist.
Yeah, I went to the dentist yesterday. Yes. I went to the dentist yesterday. Yeah, I overcame that fear. Yeah, because that took me down a real rough road, being addicted to Percocets. And it could have caused me a lot. It caused me a lot because even one time where my daughter, mom was together. This was, of course, before I was married. And my homie who I would go to get Percocets one morning, I went to him. We took my daughter to school. We took my daughter to school. So my man said, "Oh, I forgot some perks." He said, "No." So as my daughter, mom was walking away, he said, "Yo, Steve, come here. I got some." I forgot what he said. He said what he said he had. But that's my man. I trusted him. Okay, give me 5 of them. Took all 5 of them right there. So I'm gonna say I walked about 50 yards. So my daughter, mom said I started acting strange. So, and I do remember, I'm saying, "What mama's at?" My daughter, we call her mamas. I said, "What mama's at?" I'm looking. She said, "You looking on the cars, But before you know it, this on a Friday, I just passed out. I'm gonna say overdose. I overdosed. It's on a Friday. When I woke up, it was Sunday. You think I would have learned my lesson? No, because when I got out of the hospital on a Sunday, the first thing I'm going to get some Percocets. So that wasn't even my rock bottom.
My goodness.
Because like I said, that wasn't even my rock bottom. I'm still looking for Percocets. Not even looking, realizing that, okay, God, it wasn't but God, that didn't let, that didn't let the devil take me out. He didn't let the devil take me out because, but yeah, like I said, you think that would have been my rock bottom, but it wasn't.
And it says that a lot of people do try to stop, but failed attempts to even stop. You're not being able to follow the rules, like knowing that this can harm me. Needing more of the drug or to have the same effect that you felt the first time that you had it. And I heard you say that I didn't smoke crack or nothing. So I'm gonna tell you the top 10 things that people get addicted to most often. And this is the top 10. Nicotine. Remember, these are some things that's illegal or not illegal. Nicotine, they sell cigarettes in the store. They had a campaign for a while for children. The camel guy was, cool guy. The Marlboro man was a cool person. So they tried to do ads to sway children away from smoking cigarettes. Now you got them vaping. A lot of kids are vaping. So that's the number one thing that people get addicted to is nicotine. The next is alcohol. Then you'll have your illegal drugs or your prescribed drugs, caffeine, gambling, again, internet and social media, food, and shopping, and work. People can get addicted to work. I know several people that's addicted to work. Several. I used to be one of them, addicted to work. And I would say because I didn't want to go home, but I like money.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I want to say this too. Okay, when I did, I got incarcerated. So okay, I don't know what 6 months, but anyway, I'm in the program. So okay, I told them okay, I was addicted. So now they did prescribe me this thing's called Suboxones. Now what they supposed to do, they supposed to get y'all Percocets, but to me, they gave me another drug to get addicted to because then I got addicted to Suboxones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty much the same feeling you get from Percocets. So I said, okay, they gave me another drug, but anyway. So then, okay, that got out of control. So people was telling me, you need to go get help. I'm saying, no, I can do it. I don't need no help. I don't need no help. God is my help. Not understanding that, yeah, God will be your help, but God also put people in places, for a reason. Okay, so no, I don't need no help. I can do it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I guess I was in denial.
Yeah, because it does say people experiencing substance use prioritize the drug over their family, over people that they care about because of the intense physical and mental dependence on it. So if I can diagnose or give my prognosis, I would have probably prognosed you or diagnosed you as a high functioning drug addict. And what that is they're often referred to as a high functioning addict is an individual who maintains a normal functional behavior and carries out their daily responsibilities, working, taking care of family, doing that. But despite the struggle with addiction, they know it's something that's grabbing them. This addiction is grabbing them because I'm spending more money on this than that. And like he said, changing from going to doing the Percocet to the Suboxone, now you're upping your game. But with the addiction, you're keeping a secret. Not other people can see it, but you're keeping this secret that you can function and maintain these responsibilities while you're denying all the rational that you're going through, despite, again, worsening physical and mental things that's going on with your body. And Sheree said opiates can be very addictive, painkillers and oxycodone as well. Yes. And we just, big pharma, as they're calling it now, they're getting sued. I don't know who is the makers of the opioids, but I know a lot of people have gotten together to sue. Because again, like I said, just your story is, I had a toothache, wanted the pain to stop. My friend said, hey, I got this pill. And he's like, okay. And you got addicted. Some people, I know a soccer mom, she got hurt out there just being a soccer mom. I think she had a broken ankle and she was addicted. And she was hiding this from her family. You can see the if you have a withdrawal symptoms, the negative effects and the emotions and the discomfort, you can see that. But to a functioning person, they can't see it. All they see is the drug.
Right. And
let me see. Did you think it caused problems the way you saw other people in your families when once they start seeing saying something to you?
Well, at the time, it's a point of denial. So now as I look back, I definitely knew it caused problems because because I can't. I'm gonna say me. I'm gonna stick with me. When I wanted what I wanted, and it wasn't. How can I put this? It wasn't. Like I said, it was. I was out of control because your pocketbook was right there. And it wasn't nothing, like I thought it wasn't. It's funny. It just like, I don't know. It was like, okay, I don't have no money. Somebody left it, my sister, or And as I look back, I said, yeah, that it definitely was a problem. But at that time, it was denial. No, I don't have a problem. I can stop anytime I want. And that's not true. Because I couldn't stop anytime I wanted.
Pastor Wright said we allow pride to get in the way of our deliverance.
Yeah, and definitely was pride. Pride. Because my thing, I was, in the past, I was judgmental. Like, look at that crackhead over there. Oh, look at that dude. He pushing a shopping cart. He going to the junkyard. But then I became that same person that that I was being critical of. Although it wasn't crack, it wasn't heroin, but a drug is a drug. It was the same habits. It was the same habits.
Sheree said her grandmother, that's in her 80s, is addicted. And they're trying to wear her off of it, but they give her the lowest level of oxycodone because she keeps complaining of pain in her body. And sometimes it's a psychological thing, which we'll get into. It's called summation. And it's she's in her 80s. So imagine in her 80s, if she can't get there, and I'm just saying, if she can't get that pill, if she's having the withdrawal and those negative effects and that discomfort, she'll go out. And whatever pill is on the street, we know here in Philadelphia, you can get a bad pill. You get a bad pill.
And it's good. And she said that, I'm sorry for cutting the crowd. And it's only by the grace of God.
Her godmother. I'm sorry, her godmother.
It was only by the grace of God that when I stopped doing Percocets around that time, now that's when they was putting so many people, especially if you're from Philly, about 63rd and Cali Hill, everybody was dying because they was having so many fake Percocets, they was putting fentanyl in. Only by the grace of God, I missed that. Because I would have been dead. Because I would have I'm going to be honest. If she had a Percocet, I didn't even have to know, I got Percs over here. That's how addicted I was. Give it here, I would have been dead. But only by the grace of God, that the purpose was over. As soon as the purpose was over for me, that's when they started putting the fentanyl in it. So many people was dying. They putting the fentanyl in them, making fake Percocets. So only by the grace of God that I'm sitting here.
Now there's a preoccupation and an anticipation stage, and I've learned a lot from this. I did not take substance or drug addiction in with my psychology degree. We had a class, or I had a class in it, so this gripped me a little bit, and especially with me being interrelated to my husband and learning about his addiction and seeing it. And so the things that I picked up in school and the things that I seen on the street, I'm like, well, wait a minute, there's something absolutely wrong here.
Yeah, because I hid it. Yeah, I tried to hide it.
This is something it was hid for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Almost 3 years.
The text came to my phone, right?
Almost 3 years. And and that's when I found
a text came through my phone.
Yeah. I'm like, what in the cold.
Yeah.
So the preoccupation and the anticipation stage is intense cravings and a focus on obtaining the substance or the drug, again, leading back to that first stage. So that first taking of the drug, if you can understand, again, substance use, drug use is a disease of the mind. They're understanding that it's a disease. Once you put this illegal substance in this foreign substance, this chemical substance in your body, and remember, this can be nicotine. This can be alcohol. This can be, even though it's not a substance, remember the top 10 things that people get addicted to most often: nicotine, alcohol, illegal or prescribed drugs, caffeine. Caffeine's in there. Gambling, internet and social media, food, shopping, work, and video games. It doesn't have to be an illegal substance that's in your body. It can be something, again, the anticipation of it, the intense cravings, the focusing on obtaining, again, and seeing what it is in your body is the dopamine, that feel-good chemical in your body. Imagine pushing a button and all day long and you just want to feel good. If anybody had any type of surgery or anything like that, you get that morphine drip and they tell you, you can push this. Once you have the pain, you push that morphine drip and the pain goes away and your body goes into like a calmer state. You're able to sleep after the surgery. That's a feel-good button. That dopamine. You want to press that button all the time. And so from that first taste of the drug, you're trying to get back to that first stage of that feel-good. But there's levels and severity of things. Shafay said, do you believe in the saying once an addict, always an addict?
No, absolutely not. I don't believe, because when I went to the program, I went to the program, I said, okay. Now I heard people saying they stand up. Hi, my name is such and I'm an addict. No, I don't believe in that saying, because first of all, that's not how God sees me. And I can't stand up in front of a group and say, hi, I'm Steven and I'm an addict, because I'm not an addict. I'm recovering. I was in recovery. So I don't put that title on me. And like I said, like they got their clinical titles, and some things I agree with and some things I didn't agree with. But yeah, no, once an addict, always addict. No, to me that's total BS. It don't work for me. And standing up saying, hi, I'm what's called, and I'm an addict. You still attaching negative connotations to your, you're not an addict anymore. It's done. Especially once you get your life to God. If I always had God, but I won't live in, I wasn't walking the walk. I wasn't walking the walk, but yeah, no, I don't believe in that at all. Because you're not always an addict.
Levels of severity is 2 or 3, and this is how they connotate it. Again, this is through the medical, because we had a difficult time when he went to his program, the level of severity that they thought he was on. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm not a doctor, but I know some stuff. Wait a minute. So the levels of severity is 2 or 3 symptoms that indicate you have a mild substance use disorder. Mild. You can, again, you're probably at that higher functioning level. Mild. 4 to 5 symptoms, it's moderate. You're struggling a little bit. Maybe you're spending money, not operating, spending poor time, money management. 6 or more symptoms indicate a severe substance use. Severe substance use disorder is also known as having an addiction. See how it gets to you? And that's why sometimes people fumble and say, well, I'm not an addict. I'm not addicted, because they're not at that severe level. The way they bill you. And this is how society has it. If you're not at a severe level, and it says 3 out of 10 people in the United States have issues with mental health, drugs, or alcohol. But the way you have to present yourself to get help or to get billed, you have to be at a very high, severe rate of being an addict, to being addicted to it.
Because I didn't have a history, they dropped me out.
And so, do you think you had awareness that there was a problem, and how tough it was once you found out, like, listen, I do have this problem, for yourself, not for anybody else, but for yourself? How did you come to that conclusion of?
Well, I knew I had a problem when I stole from my sister. Yeah, I knew it was a problem, but it was out of my control. And what I mean by that, I wanted to stop, but like I said, I didn't seek the proper help. So, because I always thought, okay, I can stop when I want to, but that is not true. So I knew it was a problem, but it was hard to stop by myself. I couldn't stop by myself, and then I ain't had no God in it. And people say, yeah, God can do it. Yeah, God can do it. But like I said earlier, He still put people in certain positions, that help us. So, yeah. So I definitely knew it was a problem. Yes.
It says, Sheree said, out first and foremost, she appreciates you for sharing your story, and you can't give a testimony if you didn't go through a test. Continuous prayers of strength for you. She's saying,
I appreciate it.
You know who Sheree is? You remember who Sheree is?
The Black Codes show.
Okay. Police. And again, October is Substance Use and Misuse Prevention Month. So this was a big thing. Again, that was hidden from me. We've been married for 4 years, together for 5.
Yeah.
So imagine 3 years of not seeing what I seen, and then it got kind of heavy. And you know, so when you're having a loved one that you see, or you know, a neighbor, or someone that's unhoused, that is addicted, that's on substances, we see it all over the news. We see it when you're walking down in North Philly. Kensington and Allegheny is known for how people down there struggle with substance use and abuse. But when it happens directly to you, many people have loved ones that's addicted, or have been addicted, or recovering, or still recovering, and we try so hard to give you the, you know, the ultimatum.
Right.
If you don't stop, this is going to happen. Did you ever get those ultimatums before?
No, because my daughter mom, she would go with me to find them. But so until from you, but I did what I wanted to do. And like you said, anybody, she wanted her weed, so you know.
So many people can be an enabler, and you can be an enabler. You don't have to just go with that person to purchase there or get there. You can be giving them the money,
right? Or co-signing the behavior. Yeah.
When you say co-signing the behavior, what are you talking about?
Okay, what I mean by that, okay, if let's say I know my brother is getting high, and I'm not saying, bro, I'm not talking to you. You know, that's not good. You need to stop. Me co-signing behavior. Okay, come on, I go with you to go get it. Okay, here's the money. Like you said, it don't necessarily have to be given the money, but co-signing behavior means I'm not trying to pull him out of that lifestyle. I'm agree, you know, so I'm co-signing, you know, his behavior. I'm saying, you know, I'm not saying it's bad. You shouldn't be doing that. So that means I'm co-signing the behavior.
And so
just like, go ahead,
that'll get you in, because I know when I first seen it, it took me. Listen, this man can put a house together and take a house apart with his eyes closed. He come home and tell me about work. He's so enthused about maintenance and work and building and taking things apart. But I seen a change in him. It wasn't coming home talking about work anymore. It was coming home tired, drained, sleeping, missing life. And so going from people not saying this is a problem, and then coming over here to, wait a minute.
Right.
This can take your life. You ain't no young spring chicken, honey.
No, not at all.
How old are you, if you don't mind?
No, I'm 55. It's a blessing. Yeah, I'm 55.
And so you came up here 24 years ago. When did you start this journey of the drug addiction? When did you start the journey? How old were you?
Over age, okay, I came here, I was 30 years old. I was at 34. Yeah, 34. I always had the toothache, but it was kind of, like I said, I was with my sister, you know, it was so bad, I would put ice in it to numb it. So I'm gonna say like 3.5 years, then I got introduced to Percocets. Yeah, because I met my man Joe. We was both boxing fans. I boxed as a professional. So yeah, that's when he told me he had Percocets, which I didn't know what it was. I just need something to knock the pain off, and that's how I started my journey.
So from 34
to like 50 something. Yeah, it was a long time.
My God.
And like I said, 2 times where I know. And I hate when people say I should have been dead, because if I should have, I would have. I could have been dead. Because people say I should have been dead. No, if I should have, I would have. But I could have, been taken out of here. But like I said, through the grace of God, and I know from the prayers that the strong Christians from down south prayed over me a long time ago, is that what still got me here. Look, bless that food, because I already know that. I believe that. I had strong people praying for me, even from a child. Cause strong people believe it. I had strong, prayer warriors from down south. So yeah, from the favor that God showed them, even though I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I know that's why I'm still here.
So was it at any time you tried to stop on your own?
Yeah, I tried. I might stop for 2 days. And then it's just unbearable because now I don't want to get up. Like I said, my what they call it? My withdrawals was, it wasn't like a heroin. They shaking it. My withdrawals were, I don't want to be bothered. I'm down. I'm drained. But that was my
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the change in the nice Southern guy.
Yeah.
Or you can see the change in your loved one. You can see the change in your neighbor. You can see the change in your coworker.
Okay, that's true.
Now, your specific case again was opioids, but again, I'm talking about prevention and misuse, and so we're still talking about things that naturally that can be in your house. The alcohol, the caffeine, the gambling, the food, the food addiction, the shopping addiction, the video games.
Right.
All of these things can lead up to what I was saying with the preoccupation and anticipation of the intense stage. He said we gotta do a part two. He see all these notes in here.
And it turned red.
And well, it's turning red. He's timing me. Hey Calvin. So this is what I really want to get people to see. They always say you hit rock bottom. Once you hit rock bottom, that's when you'll turn that leaf over and change. You had people pass.
Yeah.
You had people pass. People pass from their overdoses or their
Well, my rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my rock bottom is in this season right here. Like I could have lost my wife, and like I said, if you would do it, I did it for me because I literally, and I tell my man at work all the time that I'm so thankful to God. I literally, to the point now, I'm taking some boxes so much that I'm immune to them. I'm not even getting high. Now it's just a habit because I'm trying to get high. So now instead of taking 2, I'm gonna give me 4. So what is it doing? First of all, now my money is going up my pocket, and not only that, now my health, because I literally felt the life leaving up my body. I'm at work. I'm strong. I'm strong. I always been strong. I always been a workaholic. I always worked out, But anyway, well, I'm at work. I can't walk 50 feet without. I'm not even fat, and So I literally felt the life leaving up my body. So that was my rock bottom. On top of the ultimatum that I can lose my family, but it was about my health because I know I felt it, and I thank God for making the right decision. Because right now, I feel the best that I felt in, like I tell my wife and my homies at work, I feel the best that I felt in like the last 15 years. Yeah, because now I'm back to my normal. You had the normal. And then to get high normal, now I'm back to the normal, how it's supposed to be. But yeah, I feel better than I felt in 15 years.
Now,
go ahead.
With that transition, because again, what I want you to understand, you can have given your family member, your loved one, an ultimatum. They might even go into treatment. They might go into treatment because you want them to go into treatment, but they're not going into treatment for themselves.
In fact, I want to say this too. Somebody was asking me, because when I went in, I heard people's stories. Okay, this is my 11th time, this is my 6th time. So I'm listening. Somebody, and my man, so I was talking to my man at work. And I was telling her, okay, this is many times. Why did it take that many times? And not to judge nobody, because I'm not judgmental. But somebody asked me, what would prevent you from, from relapsing? I say it ain't no relapse. It's no relapse. Because I just needed that. That's why I had to get off the street for the amount of time that I got off the street, because with me, everything was to a screen. When I boxed, I trained to that screen. When I worked, everything was a screen. You know, so even when I was getting high, it was to a screen. So I said, so now that I'm living for God, it's to the extreme. There's no getting high. It's no, because like I said, I got addicted through, and I'm not making excuses, but the truth is the truth. Through a toothache. I didn't know about Percocets. I didn't go out, let me try some crack, or or give me some heroin. I never looked to get high. Like I said, I got addicted purely off of toothache, not knowing about Percocets. So that's how I know. And with God, as number one, I would never relapse. Keep God first and never know.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it wasn't something I was looking for. I never smoked weed a day in my life. I don't drink. Most of my family drink. And that's their thing. I don't know, you know. But I'm not a drinker. My mom, my dad, they drink. So I don't know if you know, but with me, it's just like I said, I don't smoke crack. I never experimented. But I can say I got caught up in the system. For real, not really, you know, no excuses.
I'm sorry.
No, you fine.
Somebody is saying something, I can't see it.
No, I can't see it.
You can't read.
Appreciate you for.
Sheree said that part about hitting rock bottom. What's that person bottom to each his own? Yeah. Because listen, again, when I found when I came to the realization that there was a real problem, even though I know the factors of it. I know the books of it. I know some of the streets of it because I have friends and family members that, you know, are addicted to drugs and alcohol, and, you know, family members. My dad was an alcoholic. I'm 47. He drunk for 43 years. That's all my life. 43 years my dad drank. And so it's different levels to seeing a loved one or somebody go through something, and again trying to force that person into treatment. I get a lot of calls on the line of people saying, you know, I love my family member, I love my son, my daughter, my husband, my partner, they need to get help. And I tell them, you cannot force someone into treatment. A lot of people get frustrated with the system when you say, well, they're not in their right mind. They're doing this drug. They're out there doing in and everything to get it. They're going to hurt themselves. Somebody's going to hurt them. And we tell them it's their choice. It's very difficult. Substance use that's why they call it now a disease. It attacks the mind. It's an irregular thing. And again, this is just alcohol as well. It's an irregular thing that gives you that good feeling, that dopamine feeling that you can just keep pressing that button. So if we get stressed and we can't cope, and it's hard for us to get through things, financial difficulties with husband and wife, difficulties with the kids, imagine just pushing a button and they all go away. And sometimes people escape like that. And like he said, maybe 5 or 8 times, 11 times, someone's into treatment. And what Sheree is saying, to each his own, how you get delivered from that. And so that's what we come to, breaking free from your addiction. The patterns of that. The patterns was no one ever told you that you had a problem. No one ever set him down and said, this is a problem. Knowing the behaviors.
Well, I knew it was a problem. Even if they would have said it, it probably wouldn't have mattered because, you know, it probably wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, it probably wouldn't matter. Because I knew I had a problem. When you start doing certain dumb stuff that, you know, and putting your health at jeopardy, yeah. But, like, people don't have a problem, but is it like I said, we go to K&A every day. Every day because we work at it. We go there every day. And we see the same people every day. And, like, and you know that, I know that, because I talked to some of them, I know that they got a problem, but them just stop it is like, I don't know. I don't know if they supposed to people gave up on life or so. Cause a lot of people, their family gave up on. They don't have no family, and they don't have no hope. So I guess cause I never judged him. If I gave him my lunch one time. We was down there. I seen the guy, his girl. They laying beside the steak building, and then other day, y'all hungry? I gave him my lunch because I feel sorry for him, but at the same time, my man said, "Why you do that? Why you do that? They grown." I said, "Bro, they grown, but they got a little situation right now. You can't judge them. Be careful how you judge people, because that's what I did." And then I got hooked on Percocets. Look at that crackhead over there, or you can't judge people because we never know that what position we can end up in. And some people like, because I say that I ain't never gonna get high, and I ain't think when I be honest with you, when I first started doing that, so I ain't no drug addict because it's not a drug. You can go to the pharmacy and get it. That's how I justified it at first. This ain't a drug. You get it from the pharmacy. It ain't crack. It's not heroin. It's not weed. So I justified it for a long time. Like try to, I guess, make myself feel better, or make myself feel like I'm above a crackhead because I don't smoke crack. Because you get this from a pharmacy, but it's the same thing. You do the same thing. It'll make you do the same thing. So, but I thank God though. I thank God for deliverance. Go ahead.
This is going to be a question that it wasn't highlighted. So some of the questions that I sent
It's cool.
to him, he went through the same registry as everybody else that I have on my show. He had to send me his bio. I sent him some questions highlighted so he can know what's going on. Nothing won't shock him. But this was one of the questions that was on the list that was not highlighted. What would you say it was the most difficult step into once you started getting clean and sober? And was there any regrets? And do you ask yourself for forgiveness? Oftentimes. So what are some regrets?
The regrets are the people that I hurt in the past. If I hurt my wife, or hurt my sister, or my family, or people that I hurt in the process of me, was in my addiction. Because I'm not addicted anymore. I'm not addicted anymore. But I never feel good if I do something bad, or I don't even try to justify it, because we still got free will, and but that the addiction overtake your will, the addiction or just overtake your whole will. And if you see a pocketbook, or you see, I never went to nobody's house. I ain't was a criminal, but I know I went to an abandoned house. I mean, I'm not trying to justify it, but I ain't stupid. You get my head blown off. But at the same time, it's I lost my chain of thought.
I see it. What are some of the
my regrets? I regret, because like I told you, in general, I'm from down south. First of all, been down there for 30 years of my life. So my core values is from down south, and I said it to say this is that I'm a generally good person. I get the shirt off my back, the shoes off my foot, and people say that, but I mean literally, I've done it. So, because people say that, but when they put to the test, they won't do nothing. They're just talking. But I regret it because I'm a generally good person. Now, when I look back, if I could make amends, I make amends. Only the two people I really wronged, that was my sister and my wife. But even in my addiction and myself overall, because if my body was to be the temple, if God don't dwell in an unclean temple, so that's why I said no. I would never. He can't dwell in an unclean temple. So I know, and like I said, thank God for His grace and His mercy. So and we can't judge nobody because everybody got their own battle. Some people just not. They're not gonna put it out there. But I'm sharing my story because maybe it can help somebody, maybe it can't. But I know if somebody listens, it can help somebody, even if they get one point from it. Yes, that's all that matters. Yes. And if I was man enough to do it, I'm man enough to speak about it. I told my wife we should do something on addiction because maybe we can help somebody. Maybe you don't know who you could touch because some people they not. Because like I said, I'm shy, but I'm getting out of that now. I'm 55. I'm not. But we never know who we can touch with our story.
And so your first time going through recovery, how was that experience for you?
For me, to be honest, it was the best decision that I made in 24 years. other than getting married, it was the best decision I made at 24 years. I didn't make a decision to have my daughter. That's probably the best thing that happened to me. But it was the best decision. And again, like I said, it had to take that. I had to be taken away. Now I can focus. I can think clear. Yeah. It was the best decision I ever made. Right now, when I went in, I was 160. Right now, I'm 175. And ain't no fat. It's all muscle and, solid, buff. Now, let me stop. But no, right now, I'm 175. I'm lifting my weights every other day. I feel good. Yeah. There ain't no never going back. I'll die before I go back. No, I'll die, but no. God delivered me. It might be on no second chance. It won't be no second chance, Once you give that chance, you got to take advantage of that. That's why I know. People say, okay, I heard a lot of stories. Okay, I relapsed. This is my 5th time here. This is my 5th. I never judged nobody. I ain't never even said that. I just keep it to myself. Well, because you don't make it up here. Like I tell people all the time, it don't matter how much money you got, how rich you are. You can go to the best facilities. You can go to the worst facilities because it's up here. If you don't make this up, if you don't put it up here, it don't matter. How many people that I seen that they said, this is my 5th time here. This is my 11th time here. Because I said, and when I spoke, I said, because if we don't put it up here, if you did it because you was court ordered, okay, you will do it again because you was court ordered. If you did it because, okay, my wife or my husband said, if I don't go there, they're going to leave me, you going back again. If you did it for any reason, but you want to better yourself, you're going to go back again and relapse. But like I said, I did it because, first of all, and first and foremost, I literally felt the life leaving out my body. I can't even explain it to you. But I tell my man, I tell my wife, I can't even explain it, but I know, I felt it. Anytime I couldn't walk at work 20 feet without, and again, I'm not even fat. I always been in shape. That's why I know now, like I said, instead of taking 2, I'm taking 4 and not even getting high. That was, I'm not going to put it on the devil because I made my own choice. Because people put too much on the devil, give them too much credit. I made that choice. Yeah, it's a device of the devil, but I made that choice. I got free will. So, yeah. But, yeah, I thank God for deliverance. And thank God for a wife, a good wife, a God-friend wife. I thank God, yeah.
Thank you, babe.
No, I really do, though. I'm not just saying that because I tell my people at work all the time, man, I got the best wife. Matter of fact, she had to come out of her pocket, and pay for the time I was there. Yeah, out of her pocket. I ain't got to say how much, but it was a good amount every week. Yeah, so I mean, that's why I say, how can you disappoint somebody like that? I deserve to be dead. I deserve to go out and somebody just shoot me in the head right now for me to go back and do that again. Now I wouldn't never. And people said never, said never. No, I can say never. The flashlight came on. Yeah, I can say never.
Do you have any advice for somebody that's struggling?
Yeah,
with
substance.
With substance use.
Well, yeah, the best advice that I really can give you is that, first of all, if you got to do it, I didn't do it first. If you really you got to pray and put it in God's hands, I can do all things through Christ, Philippians 4:13, who strengthens me. I wasn't thinking like that at the time, but I know if you put it in God's hands and you really put in your heart that I want to change. I don't want to disappoint people no more, especially people that's close to me, people that got my back. I don't want to disappoint no people. I don't want to disappoint my sister or my wife or my daughter, be ashamed, that nigga, your dad, you're like a crackhead, no. So it's just, yeah, I don't want to disappoint nobody. So that's why I say, yeah. So if you struggle with it, take it to God. And people say, you can take it to God, but then God, he got help. So we just have to seek that help. Because I just tell my wife, no, I don't need nobody. I don't need nothing but God. And you need to listen. That's why God put other people, yeah. You can go take it to your pastor. Even some people are ashamed. I was ashamed. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't proud of it, but I was ashamed. But as part of accountability, that that sometimes we got to put ourselves out there, for the. I don't know how I'm trying to. I don't know how to word it. Self accountability. I guess self accountability.
That's what it is.
I'm not hiding behind, I'm not hiding. I did what I did. I'm not proud of it. People say, yeah, it is what it is. That ghetto saying it is what it is. Because that is what it is. It is what, it'll be the right. Because some people do that. Well, I did it, whatever. It is what it is. I can't change it. No, that's not my attitude. My attitude is definitely is regret. I ask for forgiveness and make amends and stay with God. And then you don't never have to worry about it. That's the only advice I can give. Though, go to God, man, and be serious. So it ain't no relapse. It ain't no going back across that bridge. It ain't going back. Ain't no going back across that bridge.
So it's possible.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Some people are not as strong as others. I got a friend of mine. He died from COVID. My man Mike. He had smoked crack. He said, "Yeah, and I was the best crackhead here, probably, bro. Don't say that, but yeah. But before he died, he had his own business. He hated drugs, so it's possible. But he didn't even go to a program. He said, I made my mind up. I was tired. With me, I had to go to a program. I may have not been as strong as him, but it's possible that you don't have. This is my first time, my last time.
That's our time.
Yeah.
So we will be coming back for part 2 because I do want you to talk about your experience inside of treatment, what that looked like. What was because it was my first time riding with somebody through treatment for inpatient treatment for substance use. So what was that experience like, and how did it help you get through, and the support? I will tell you, when they talk about tough love, give a person tough love. You can shut that person out. You can push that person away. But I could not do that here with him because I serve a God. And our Father, we both have the same Father, even though we're husband and wife. Our Father was telling me to love his son. And so no matter how angry I got, no matter how disappointed I got, no matter how it made me look towards him in an angry way, like, this is not the man that I married. God, why would you even put me in a situation like this?
Yeah, she right. And what Mr. Ray just said, most men don't like to ask for help, and you're absolutely right. Yeah.
They think that they have it all under control.
Yeah, and I thought that for a minute. I said, no, I'm not in control of nothing. I'm in control of messing things up. So let me get this thing right before, my grandma used to say, you can find yourself by yourself. So I said, let me get this thing right. Not only that, it was for my health. So, and that's right, though. I agree with that. Most men don't like to ask for help. Yeah, that's true. They think they got it. Oh, yeah, that's true.
So love on that person. And it would be the same thing. I would just say it's love, hate the sin, but love the person. And everybody has their level of how much they're going to take. Because I was at a breaking point with my husband. Yeah. I was at a breaking point. Yes. But God still said to love my son. And however hard that was for me, I had to be obedient. I prayed. Yeah,
because there's a lot came with that.
I prayed.
Nasty mouth.
I prayed.
Yeah, those are gonna do part 2.
Yeah,
there's a whole lot.
We'll be on next week about treatment, especially for somebody going to treatment for the first time, and what that looks like for that person.
Right.
And how it is, and the mindset behind it, and then me being a wife, how treatment looked for me as well. So I thank everybody for tonight.
Thank you for coming out.
Listening. I will be posting some resources in the comments like I always do. And again, if anybody has any issues that you want to DM me personally about, you're welcome to do that. We do appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good night.
Mm-hmm.